Hello students, tomorrow is day 1 of your ICSE Class 10 exams and that's the English language paper. Hello and welcome to Study with Sudhir, your digital classroom. So lots of doubts I find as far as the letter writing is concerned. We have done 2 videos on both formal letter writing as well as informal letter writing. There are some doubts which is expected, not a problem at all. So I thought I'll do this video essentially to address all those doubts because it becomes quite a task to reply to each and every comment. Many of those comments are actually repetitive in nature. So this video will address all those concerns, all those doubts. Okay. First and foremost, any doubt at any point in time, look at the ICSE format. There are 2 formats given in the ICSE. You are free to follow any of the 2 formats. But let's go through it one by one. Let's look at the formal letter first. Okay. Formal letter mein, what do you need to look out for? Okay. That is something which you need to know. Now, according to one sample, what is left aligned? And I prefer the left aligned kind of a system. You could do it right aligned as well. Left aligned mein, first of all, you need to write your from address. Your from address in about 4 lines, your address, and you can write your address. You could write a fictitious address also, not an issue at all. But you write your address, it's allowed by the board because the examiner in any case is not going to know you. Even if you write your name, it's not, you are not going to know which examiner is going to check your paper. So there's no problem on that count. 1. Uske baad, leave a line. That's another major doubt that many students have. Now, why is it necessary to leave a line? Because it also makes the reading of the letter for the examiner much more easy. It's much more neat and tidy. So, leave a line, write the date. Date ka format has been explained to you very, very clearly in the previous video. It should be, and you should write tomorrow's date. That is the 27th February, 2020, full stop. This is the format of the ICSE. I am just following the format. ICSE makes it very clear on its website that they do not approve of students reading from grammar books or guidebooks as far as these kind of formats are concerned. Which is why I do not follow any grammar book, but I am following the ICSE website format. Okay. So 27th of February, do not write any other date. Tomorrow's date has to be mentioned. Leave another line. Write the to address. Now the to address, if your address is in a particular city, and now I'm not going to say XYZ city because one student asked me, are we not allowed to name our city? Of course your name. When I say XYZ city, it's only a way of speaking. So you can, if you are writing say from Hyderabad, so, and if you are expected to write to the Municipal Commissioner of Hyderabad, so you will write the Municipal Commissioner, comma, the Municipal Corporation of Hyderabad, comma, area in Hyderabad, in this particular case Liberty Circle, comma, Hyderabad 1. That has to be the proper address. The pin code is important both in the from address as well as in the to address. Please take care of these small things. You do not have to write the entire pin code. You could write just the last 1 digit, even that, or last 2 digits, even that will be accepted, not an issue. Then the salutation. Leave a line again and write the salutation, which will be dear sir or dear ma'am, as the case may be. Okay. You can leave another line there, otherwise you could start immediately after that. I do not prefer a line to be left even after dear sir because then it becomes looks very bulky. Now, how long should a letter ideally be? Depending on the subject, it could be 3 paragraphs, but maybe 4 paragraphs with a closing line is what I prefer. Don't write very bulky paragraphs because then it looks very big, and if your handwriting is not very neat, that can create a problem. So write short, crisp paragraphs. 3. See, also in the question that will be asked to you, you will be, it will be made very clear what are the 3. So there will essentially be 3 different parts. Let's, for instance, take the example of the letter which came in the 2019 paper, just for reference. It has very 3 parts. Write a letter to your principal. Yes, in the case of a principal, it will be the to address will be to your school address, from will be your home address. It will not be your examination hall center address. It will not be your school address. Your from and to address cannot be the same. So the from address will be your residential address. Please remember these kind of things. Okay. Then as far as the letter writing to your principal is concerned, write a letter to your principal requesting permission to start a club. Let's just think of it. I mean randomly. Let's permission to start a club. Let's say you are asking for permission to start a photography club. You know, these kind of things, which is why I kept on saying all the last 1-2 months, keep practicing and oil your mind in order to be able to think creatively immediately. Club konsa? It could be a books club, it could be a photography club, it could be a trekkers club, anything. But you need to give the reasons properly. So let's say I choose a photography club. So in this case, requesting permission to start the club. So the first line has to be, the first paragraph has to be requesting permission to start the club. That is the first paragraph. Explain your role in it and give reasons to prove that the club will be beneficial for your schools. So explain your role in it will be the second paragraph. Give reasons to prove that the club will be beneficial for the school. Give reasons. So they are expecting at least 2 reasons. So third paragraph, fourth paragraph and a closing reason line. If it was, give a reason, it could be just third paragraph and you could write a closing line. So it depends essentially on the question in order to decide how many paragraphs and what will be the length of your letter. So in this particular case, so you are essentially having 1 plus 1 paragraph plus 2 paragraphs for the reasons and a closing line. So you could start with the thing saying that you are requesting permission to start a photography club. Then you will say explain your role in it. Your role that I will be organizing trips, I will be the secretary of the photography club, I will be organizing trips every Sunday to a popular destination so that students get to photograph, practice their photography skills, and also it will create a nice sense of team spirit among students in the school, in the club at the school. So that will be explain your role in it. Very briefly, and give reasons to prove that the club will be beneficial for the school. So 2 reasons. What could be the 2 reasons? 1, you could say that the budding talent at the school will be can be tapped. Budding photography talent. There's a lot of students here who are interested in they're proving their versatility with the camera, who are good with the camera, and they would want to get some kind of professional guidance. So we could get some kind of a mentor as well. Number 2 would be that we would like to document life in and around the city. So if they are taken to different places, they would be able to document life, whether it's birds or forts or general life, traffic in general. And we would like to document life in the city in general. That is the idea. So 2 reasons why the club will be beneficial to the school. And how will it be beneficial to the school? That we could organize this kind of a photography exhibition at the end of the year. It will also allow the students to be take part in photography exhibitions, and that would kind of bring a good name to the school. So you need to establish the link to the school very, very clearly. So I've given you 4 reasons, pick out any 2 reasons and mention it in the thing. So that's how you need to think fast on your feet in the examination hall. Okay, you could also use the first 15 minutes to think of these kind of reasons. So ye to ho gaya as far as the content and the expression is concerned. Okay, then we come to the to address and the entire content. Then uske baad we come to the salutation, at the end. Now isme there are 2 formats, as I said. In one, the ICSE board has used the word thanking you. In the second, they have not used the word thanking you. It's entirely up to you. See, what happens is that in many cases, the thanking you, the gratitude is kind of woven into the letter itself. I really thank you for your help in this regard, kind of a thing. In that case, to again write thanking you would seem a little extra. But if you think that has not been there, please write thanking you. Nobody is going to cut marks for writing thanking you. But after that, yours faithfully, Y-O-U-R-S, not Y-O-U-R''S. Yours faithfully has to be written very, very clearly, comma, followed by your full name. Full name, no signature. Another commonly asked question. No signature required. You will write your full name at the end. In my case, I will write yours faithfully, T.S. Sudhir. That's how it is to be written. Okay. I hope the format for the formal letter is now clear. There won't be any more doubts. I think I have addressed everything. I wrote a lot of scribbling out here. Yes, I don't think I have left out anything. The one mistake that many students make is that the language sometimes ends up becoming a little casual, not formal. That is something which you need to take care of. The expression has to be very formal in a formal letter. Okay. Again, I say your date of the letter has to be 27th of February 2020. Take care of that. Okay. You cannot, the from address in any case cannot be your examination hall center name. Again, something which you need to take care of. So let's We are done with the formal letter. I hope there are no issues with it. Now let's come to the informal letter. Now what is the format of the informal letter? Slightly different. The address, your from address remains the same. The date, again tomorrow's date remains the same. The salutation, dear sir, madam, kind of thing. Not dear, it will be my dear, friend, or my dear dad, my dear mummy, that kind of thing, depending on who you are writing your letter to. Then it comes your thanking you is not required. You need write yours lovingly or yours affectionately are the two kind of normally used phrase, yours truly in some cases, and then you will write only your first name. You will not write, if I was the thing, I will just write yours affectionately, comma, Sudhir. I will not write my full name, not dear Sudhir. So take care of these small things. The rest of the things are the same. Again, no signature required in this particular case. Yes, this is fine. Okay, now in the informal letter, the tone has to convey what you are asked for in the letter. If the tone is that of giving advice, if the question is of giving advice, you need to have that kind of a slightly sympathetic tone, or somebody has failed in the examination. So your tone has to convey that sense of empathy and sympathy. Very important. Okay. If it is something to congratulate somebody, your tone has to sound adequately happy. Happiness in their success. So that kind of thing is very, very important. Okay. And let's quickly look through a particular letter which Tejaswini had written. Now this is the letter, it's an interesting topic of, and she got what, 9.5 out of 10 in this. It's a letter, your friend has won a cash prize of 25 crores in KBC show, Kaun Banega Crorepati show. Write a letter of congratulations to him, /her, describing what you saw on television and also express your sentiments. So the tone is expected to be happy. So the address, the residence address, the date, leave a space, date, leave a space, dear Ashita, congratulations, I am so very happy, I am so happy that you have won a huge prize of 25 lakhs, not crores, in Kaun Banega Crorepati program hosted by the legendary Amitabh Bachchan. It's indeed a great achievement to have met Mr. Bachchan and also taken part in this quiz program, and you have brought a lot of pride and glory not only to your family but also to your school. And the third paragraph again, you also say that because you have learnt, and the next paragraph you speaks about what you felt while you were seeing your friend on air, and then you also say that I have to learn a lot, I have been extremely inspired and motivated but what you have done, and I also intend to take part in quiz programs and take to quizzing quite regularly, read a lot, and I am truly inspired by what you have achieved at such a young age. You have become my inspiration and I will try to emulate you. I'd also like to meet you soon. Give my regards to uncle and auntie. If you're writing to something like that, so your cousin, sister or your friend, please do ensure that you have that good mannered thing right at the end. Please pass on my regards to uncle and auntie. I would come to, wherever, Delhi soon in order to meet all of you. So that has to yours lovingly and just the name, the first name at the end. So that has to be the format as far as the informal letter is concerned. So I hope both the formal as well as the informal letter formats are clear. The kind of content you need is clear. The kind of expression that you need to have is clear, because all these things carry marks. That is what the examiners will be looking for. Format, very important. If you mess up with the format, you will lose marks. If the content is not arresting enough, and more importantly, if the content has no connection with the question asked, you will lose marks. And third, the expression, very important. Grammatical errors should not be there, spelling mistakes should not be there. And number three, the tone of the letter has to be very good. Your vocabulary has to be decent. Nobody is asking you to write high funda English. You are expected to write simple English but correct English. That is what a 15-year-old is expected to write. Lastly, the question last year, your friend has not fared well in the recent examinations. Write a letter to him or her expressing your concern. Give him or her some advice on how to score better marks and offer to help him to improve his or her performance. There are 4 parts, so you will have definitely 4 paragraphs and a closing sentence. So it depends essentially on the number of breakups that you have been asked in the letter. So express your concern, give advice, offer help. and then the first one will be the intro that I heard. I was very sorry to hear that you are not fared well in your examinations. That, and the second this thing, I really felt bad because you are such a bright student who has always done very well in the examinations. I remember how you stood first in class 8. Then give him some advice on how to score marks. I would really suggest that you need to have a more planned approach, a more disciplined approach, a more regular approach to studying instead of studying at the last minute. If you devote 2 hours of study time every day, you will be able to cover and do some revision every weekend. You'll be in a better position when exam time comes. That can be your advice, and offer to help him. If at any stage you need my help to with any subjects, and these are the subjects I am good at, if you need any help, just remember that I am just a phone call away. You can call me at any time, or you can come and stay with us at our home and spend some time together, during which time we could revise these subjects together. That's all. Simple. I mean, it should not put a burden on your mind at all. Randomly, I just looked at the question and you're able to come up with the basic points. Keep it simple, nothing. Just break it down. Try to give an answer to each of the questions which has been asked, because that is what is important. Okay. Almost 17 minute ka video ho gaya, so I will not take more time. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this is all very clear to you and no more doubts as far as the letter writing is concerned. All the best. Thank you very much.